Hi everybody, so we're going to dive into some nutritional deficiencies. It's really common to see supplements containing high doses of antioxidants lining the shelves of health food stores, but they can also be in dangerously high levels, especially those that are fat soluble and not water soluble. And most of these vitamins are manufactured also in a few chemical plants in China and then sprayed on processed foods to prevent deficiency, as opposed to the broad spectrum of antioxidants and vitamins that are found naturally in these types of foods. And there's also chemical defenses that foods put up, plant foods, not meat foods, but plant foods. And it's kind of referred to as an anti-nutrient. They're found in roots, leaves, and seeds. Some are bitter substances that discourage animals from eating that plant again. It's their own defense mechanisms. They have it in our digestive system as well to prevent us from breaking it down. And that's why we say, cook a lot of things, because it helps with that process. Anti-nutrients are found in the largest quantities in cereals and legumes, although they can be in other plants too. They prevent nutrient absorption by binding to vitamins and minerals, which may lead to nutritional deficiencies. They can also prevent the absorption of protein in the case of legumes, which may lead to protein deficiency if the diet is not well balanced to include other protein sources. Soy products consumed in this kind of highly processed form can also be problematic, because soy is another one that can be used. It can be problematic for people's health. People with allergies to soy can be triggered by soy lecithin, which is hidden in foods, and it's a really common emulsifier. Soy lecithin may also impair cognitive function and impact brain chemistry. So like soaking, sprouting, cooking, fermenting, or just like chewing plants a lot. Like you've probably heard like chewing your food like 20 times before you swallow it. It helps with digestion, but it also kind of helps to reduce the negative effects on digestion and reduce the toxins to some degree in those plants. In starting a vegetarian or vegan diet, people tend to also eliminate a lot of problematic foods like sugar and processed foods, which will immediately make anybody healthier. But this great feeling of health has nothing to do with the elimination of animal foods, as many would like to believe. It just brings you into a more whole foods mindset versus a more processed food mindset. Among the most concerning nutrient deficiencies prevalent in the vegetarian and vegan populations is vitamin B12. Iron deficiency is the most common nutrient deficiency worldwide. Heme iron found in red meat is the most absorbable kind of iron, 2 to 3 times better than plant-based iron, and absorption is also dependent on current iron stores. Although a package labels of meat-free food may say it contains a lot of iron, only about 1.4 to 7% of plant-based iron can actually be absorbed, compared to the 20% in red meat. The calcium found in plant foods is not as bioavailable as calcium from foods like dairy. Greens like spinach and kale contain compounds that actually block calcium absorption. It's another defense mechanism. Other nutrients of concern for those on meat-free diets include glycine, selenium, methionine, taurine, creatine, choline, and iodine. Iodine deficiency can lead to brain damage, and there are several studies that have found a disturbing link between depression and meat-free diets. Many of the nutrients commonly missing in meat-free diets are directly shown to have impacts on depression and anxiety. This also goes for those of you that don't have a lot of protein in general or don't eat a lot of meat in general, based on obviously rocket prices in the grocery store. But the list of kind of common nutritional deficiencies, including those with people that do eat meat, is zinc, B6, D3, iron, B12, magnesium, and omega-3s. For certain people, even taking the right supplements isn't even enough. I was taking supplements, it still was not right for me. If you are someone eating mostly or all plants and have some health issues like fatigue, lightheadedness, acne, skin rashes, mood swings, brain fog, digestive distress, blood sugar regulation problems, or other health problems and symptoms, it's critical to consider that being meat-free could be contributing to those issues. I know that I did start feeling better once I got back on a different supplement regimen and added meat back into my diet. And that is just for me personally. It is not for everyone. It really just is a play-by-play basis. I really wanted to stay vegetarian for the rest of my life, but here we are. Red meat research is not based on strong science, and the real culprit for the growing health issues that we're facing are hyper-palatable, ultra-processed, modern foods. That is the main thing. Observational research can only show associations. It's not going to prove any causation. So like everyone says meat causes cancer. It's just saying, oh, well, the people that eat meat are also more likely to eat really, really processed foods, really, really processed meats, non-organic, not the greatest ones for you. Also more apt to not exercise, also more apt to not eat fruits and vegetables. Those are a lot of other things that can cause cancers. So it's not causation, it's just association. And the decisions made around what constitutes a healthy diet has likely not made people less healthy, but has accelerated and entrenched perhaps the most injurious elements of our food production system for both human and global health. And we'll dive into that more next time.